Good evening to all our viewers. This is a special broadcast from right outside Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital. With me is my colleague Preeti Chaudhary. She's clued in to the investigation, the state of the victim. She's going to tell us everything that's happening over the next 30 minutes. We're also going to be speaking to reporters right across the country to get you a sense of how the nation is regarding this particular crime as perhaps a tipping point in how India regards crimes against women. Like I was saying, the Safdarjung Hospital right behind me is where the Delhi gang rape victim is currently being treated. Preeti, she's been there for the last 36 hours. She's under, constant observation by a team of doctors. We understand that she's improved a little bit, but she's still critical.
Well, she's struggling for her life, Shiv. Today, it's an indelible, this day will leave an indelible mark on the psyche of every Indian woman. Because if you look at it, it's been a day when two men who were the caretakers, who could have stood up and taken accountability, come up with concrete plans, did not do so. Early today afternoon, Shiv, we had the Delhi Police Commissioner come out, take pride in the fact that the case has been cracked, but at the same time completely wash his hands off the laxity of the Delhi police on when this incident occurred. After that, the next man was the Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde, who on the floor of the parliament, since the morning, we've been seeing one debate after the other, empty speeches being made. Once again, Shiv, but nothing. Very emotional speeches being made, but what has been done? Nothing really, because we are standing here today outside the Safdarjung Hospital where this 23-year-old medical student is fighting tooth and nail to survive. And it is the anger which is now permeated to the streets of the national capital. It is an anger which is now permeated and finding an echo across the country. We are joined at this point of time. Pratibha Raman joins us from Bangalore. We are also going to be joined by Pankaj Upadhyay, who is accompanied with certain citizens who are extremely angered with what they are witnessing in their national capital. Let's cut across at this juncture to Pratibha Raman standing by at Bangalore. Pratibha, in the morning we had a stream of JNU students who had only one cry and said, what is our right is a right to life, and that is what the government, the Delhi police is taking away from us, a right to live in dignity. What are you picking up in Bangalore?
Well, even Bangalore isn't too safe, Preeti, and that is the voice, the anger that many of these girls have. I have with me some of these girls who have horrifying stories to tell us. And why don't you elaborate on what kind of trauma that women undergo, especially in an unsafe city like Bangalore?
Firstly, I would like to say that women, no matter what happens, we really have to be strong. I would like to share an incident. There was one of my friends who became pregnant and she didn't know who the father was. She got raped. When she tried to contact these people, they said, we don't know who the father is, and she committed suicide. It's a very sad story, but eventually, no matter whatever you do, however situations you're in, you need to put your foot down and realize that we have to live. You can't just kill yourself.
True, you can't really kill yourself, Preeti, but then when you have to retaliate, who do you go to? Is it the police? What kind of action will the police take answering that? Could you actually tell me, would you actually go to the police and file an FIR if you were to face such a trauma?
Well, honestly, I would be really scared because I know even the police wouldn't really want to cooperate. You can't trust anybody. People look at you with a very different view, They look at you as just sexual objects. I can't trust the police. I can't trust anybody for that matter. Whom do I approach? Nobody is approachable.
Trust is a key factor here because you really can't trust the police, and even the public seems to be just an onlooker. Wouldn't you agree with me on that?
Yeah, of course, because when it comes to their own thing, they become really selfish. They don't take that voluntary thing where, yeah, let me do something for someone. You become very selfish. No, it's nothing to do with me. Let me be safe. Or I feel there's a missing factor of unity where people go and say, okay, I will fight for you. I will stand by you. I don't think really people help you in situations like this.
So women really don't find any kind of support, be it the police, be it even the public. They don't have any kind of support from anyone, and that makes them vulnerable to such incidents.
Well, that's one of the biggest reasons why this particular Delhi gang rape is being regarded as something that might actually bring the kind of awareness, the kind of changes in the system that could actually make a real difference to the way crimes of this kind are actually treated and reacted to by the establishment. I want to go across to our correspondent in another city, Pankaj Upadhyay, standing by in Mumbai right now. Pankaj, Mumbai prides itself as a city that's safe for everybody. Women are free to walk out late at night. But even in Mumbai, there is a sense of fear, there's a sense of trepidation about safety for women, isn't there? There's been a spate of crime there, and even as we, toil over trying to get to terms with what's happened in Delhi, this is a nationwide issue, Pankaj.
Shiv, even before this, I was emphasizing on the statistics that have come out. In 2011, there were around 1500 cases of chain snatching. This year, now there are some days left for the year to get over, there are already 1200 cases that have been reported. In 2011, there were more than 1200 cases of molestation that were reported. This year, more than 850 cases have been reporting. But Shiv, what is more shocking, that in most of the courts in Maharashtra, there are around 24,000 cases of molestation and eve teasing that are still pending. Just goes on to show how these cases are expedited. When this is the state of affair, one easily understands why the women of this city will feel scared in not approaching the police. They have their apprehensions. I am outside Juhu Parley area with some of the students of NM college, and they have their own stories. Now, you tell me, when you are clubbing in the night time, going out in the night time with your friends, do you really feel safe? You were telling me many areas in Mumbai are such that you would not trot.
Yeah, sometimes I feel safe, but sometimes it's not safe because the policemen, they cannot go on every meter of the city and safeguard the safety of girls. So sometimes yes, I do feel I'm unsafe, and yeah, it's not
now
safe.
this for a city, Shiv, which was once considered to be the safest in the country, but things are changing, and not just for girls.
Right.
Even guys say when they are walking out with their girlfriends, they really feel scared. There are people, there are hooligans all around. Tell me your story.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are a lot of hooligans around. They roam around on the bikes. They hoot at girls as soon as they see them. So, it's kind of
Right.
scary for us also, because after that Reuben case, it's becoming really more and more
After,
scary.
so after
Okay.
the Keenan
Pankaj,
case, that was not the exclusive
I'm going
case
to
of one of the
intervene here.
crimes.
I'm going to
Things are
intervene.
changing in Mumbai as well.
Pankaj, I'm going to intervene here. Pankaj, I'm going to intervene here. Hold on to that thought. And we know that you've got agitated viewers with you there in Mumbai who have their own stories to tell. Today is also a day which belongs to the national capital and the harassment that the women of this city feel. We are outside Safdarjung Hospital. One example where a 23-year-old girl still struggling for her life, and for no fault of hers, because there was nobody to watch her back. All she was doing was trying to get back home at 9:30 p.m. at night. We have a caller. We have thrown open our caller lines. Take this opportunity today, pick up the phone and talk about what you have never spoken about. Give us your stories. We will protect your identity. We will give you a mouthpiece to safeguard your own dignity. We have a caller at this point of time. We're going to go across to that caller in
We're
a
just
short.
we're just going to get to that caller in just a bit. We have a bit of a problem with that audio line. But like Preeti was saying, we want to put your story out there. We will protect your identity. If you've got something to say about this city or any other in the country, a story that you've never had a chance to say before, consider Headlines Today your voice. Consider Headlines Today your platform. Preeti and I want to hear your story. We want to hear what you have to say. We won't put your name or your identity out there. But I want to get in a quick word from Pankaj, who had all those Headlines Today viewers with him. Pankaj, go ahead. What were you saying?
Now, Shiv, what I was saying is, I had talks with many students, not just from this very college, but many colleges in South Mumbai as well, where there are lots of clubs and bars, where many of the, not just the posh people in Mumbai, living in posh areas, but then many students as well trot. What they are trying to say is, perhaps, is the lawlessness in the city to be blamed for it? Is policing not enough? These were the questions that we had put. And to say that this is the multiple of all these factors put together. There is also the question coming up. Is this a new phase of developed society where it is all about progress?
Pankaj, just stay with me for a moment. We have a caller now from Delhi who's got a story that she wants to tell us. Ma'am, we're not going to put your name out. Please go ahead, tell us your story.
Hello, yes. I'm a visitor to your beautiful country of Indian descent, and I would go to the market ever so often and always harassed. I mean, we're talking about all these stories. What we're not talking about is what we do to stop it. And I think the Indian movies really validate all these things that happen. What is Bollywood doing about it? I mean, the gang rape, all the things that you have in Bollywood definitely is responsible, I think.
Well, I think also, ma'am, more people there. It is the Delhi police. It is the Delhi government which has shirked responsibility many a times over. It is also each citizen counting for each citizen, not getting each other's back at most point of times. Well, that is also a reason. Once again, we urge our viewers to pick up their telephone, call us. We will protect your identity. We will give you a voice of dignity. Talk to us what you have never spoken before. Share your stories today, because today you need to be counted for as this 23-year-old girl struggles for her life right here at the Safdarjung Hospital. Be counted for. Pick up the phone. Make yourself heard. Gather sound is what we are trying to say, and make a difference.
Well, it's really strange, Preeti, sometimes how, viewers, this is an emotive issue, and we understand that for all our millions of viewers. The fact is, it's easy to actually look at Bollywood or look at circumstances and look at, culture around us to actually take one thing and blame it on another. The fact remains that rape is a crime. You can shoot the messenger. You can shoot, you can choose to criticize the way the media covers it. But at the end of the day, the story needs to be told, and the real root causes need to be actually arrived at. I understand we've got a caller from Noida on the phone line with us. Remember, the bus where this gang rape actually took place was in Noida. Let's get a word in from that caller who's in Noida. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to raise an opinion on the rape incident happening in NCR and Delhi and within all over India. My opinion is that whenever I'm walking around on the street, I'm not feeling safe, and it's not only in Noida, it's everywhere. So I have an incident to make that when women, they drive back from work or to work early in the morning at 10:30 in Noida, where is the policeman to guard your interest and to guard your safety when a hooligan, an auto rickshaw filled with all the hooligans come and harass you? They stop your car, they kick your car here and there, they try to intimidate you, and there is nobody to approach. Also, cases and at night when you're partying, although you go in a group of guys and everything, the guys with us, be it your husband, your brother or your friend, they do not feel safe taking care of you, because the only question is, whom do you go to? The entire procedure is so insecure. You tell some guy, some hooligan, that I'm going to take you to the court or take you to the policeman. This is what you get to hear from them in return. Right. I'm waiting it because nothing's going to happen. We'll be going scot-free.
Exactly,
so
ma'am.
This is not an excuse to all the.
We understand your sentiment.
Yeah.
We understand your sentiment, ma'am. Who do you go to, Shiv? That has become the moot point of today. We heard the Delhi Police Commissioner. We heard the Home Minister of this country, who came out and say, I will try to see that these things get implemented, that certain strictures come into place, and there is a crackdown on sexual harassment.
We've got another caller, in fact, from Kalkaji in Delhi. Why don't you go ahead and ask her a question now?
All right, we have another caller at this point of time. We have a caller from Kalkaji in the national capital. Ma'am, go ahead, air your views. What do you have to say?
I'm 23 years old, and from my school days only, I have experienced so much, and I would like to share it with you. And my first incident would be when I was, I guess in 12th, when I used to go for my tuitions, and people, at night when I used to, at evening only, when I used to come back to my home, there were many, guys on bike. They used to follow up, they used to comment. And I would like to share one more incident that at Old Delhi, and whenever I used to go there also, people, they, cheap guys, they used to pass by and they touch private parts. And it used to feel like we can't raise our voice at the same time. But, that area is also like fully surrounded by police. And if I ever go and, I did went to them and I told them, they said, sorry ma'am, ab to wo chale gaye, hum kuch kar nahi sakte hain. And one more incident at, I was working at Faridabad only. And
well, incidents like that are reported from all across the city, we can assure you, and they're reported from all across the country. Preeti, every one of these stories that, our viewers are calling in and telling us, they sound so familiar for people like us who live in Delhi and work in Delhi. But like I was saying, this is by no means a Delhi-centric story, and even though we're broadcasting live from outside the Safdarjung Hospital, this is not a Delhi story alone, ladies and gentlemen. It's from right across the country. Preeti and I can assure you. In fact, our next caller is calling in from Chennai, and she has a story to tell. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm Dr. Revati. And what I'm trying to tell is about traveling in the bus. This incident of rape is happening in Delhi, but what the girls in Chennai says is every day the same thing happens in the bus today. There's a lot of, like fingering, touching the private parts, and I think the girls put up with this. The school girls, the college girls, all of them get forced. They're unable to speak it out to anybody because there's no other go.
Ma'am, we completely understand. Its age is not a figure there. It is the right to live in dignity, and that is pan all age groups where women are concerned. Shiv, these personal problems, these are all personal problems. Everybody has an anecdote to give. Everybody has an incident. Today, these were the personal problems which the Delhi Police Commissioner said, I don't want to answer any personal problems now. These are the problems which collectively make an issue like this. And that is what's happening.